Welcome to Three Margaritas, and the show is about to begin. Come on in and have a seat. Let us make you something healthy to eat. Three margaritas and keto cooking.
Guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Three Margaritas and Keto Cooking with Alan. I am he is me. How you doing today? I got some announcements, some things we need to talk about because we're family. Let's get serious for a minute. And at Three Margaritas In, we are always evolving. We're always trying to bring you content. We're always trying to do things to make things better. In our best interest, because it's just two of us shooting videos, editing. It's taking up all of our life, all of our time, which we love to do and bring to you. Sometimes it's fun to be a cheater segment. It's going to now start being once a month. We will forever keep the keto health tip in because we want to keep bringing you health tips and educating you. But we're also adding a new segment. It's going to be called the Three Margaritas In Quick Tip. It's going to be about, oh, we found this here, or we're comparing this to this, or this and this and this. Like, where do you get this? Where do you get that? That's what it's going to be about, okay? Let me move on. Got a lot to do today. I am going to show you how to make a chicken pot pie. Oh yes, you heard me. Yes, it has bread. It sure does. I'm going to show you how to make my chicken pot pie. It's going to be keto friendly, low in the carbs, high in the calories, but that's okay. It's delicious, okay? So why don't you guys come with me and let's get started. There's a lot to do. Okay, so we need to go ahead and start with our first component. It's the bread. The bread takes forever, but it's worth it. But guys, first ingredient, you already know what time it is. Pinky is up. Ladies and gentlemen, take a sip. Reflect. We gotta move on. Alrighty, so to make the dough, I'm not using just regular flour or regular keto wheat flour like we normally use. I'm gonna show you what I'm using because it holds up better. I am using keto wheat pizza crust. It's by King Arthur. It is easier to manipulate. It holds together. It makes the shapes that I want. That's what's happening. That's what we're doing. All right, so I've got just a little over a quarter of a cup of water. I think it was like 0.37 milliliters is what it broke down to. Okay, and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. The hell? All right, it's 2 tablespoons of olive oil put into about a quarter of a cup of water. And our yeast that we're going to put in here in just a second. We only use half of this pack of yeast that was in this flour, this pizza dough. Put it on there. And we're going to stir up. You wonder what happened? My microphone died. Don't judge me, Amazon or Shein or Temu. I don't know what I got this off of, but it died on me. So I'm stirring it up just a little bit. That's lukewarm water now. Don't forget, it's important to have lukewarm water. Stirring on up just a little bit. All right. I'm stirring a little bit longer. All right, pouring this right in this mixer bowl, okay? And then we're going to take our keto pizza dough right after this. That was just half a box, okay? I don't know the exact measurements, just half a box of that keto pizza dough. And I'm fitting to pick it up in a second now. Oh my God. There it is. There it is. All right, look at it. Look at it. Keto pizza dough, half a box, pouring it right up in this mixer. So you see on this mixer, I've got my dough hook on there, okay? So we're going to mix this up with that dough hook, and we're going to make a beautiful, fantastic dough. Kind of thick, kind of firm, just like me. I'm a little thick and I'm a little firm. Sex is what I am. All right. So really nothing to see here, guys, except I'm going to mix up some dough, making them buttermilk biscuits. Okay, guys, so that's our bread done. It's going to be kind of a thick, firm consistency. Okay, so guys, if in the last little portion we had some audio problems and the microphone went out, please forgive us. There was some technical difficulties. I forgot to charge the microphone. I don't need your judgment. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a sip of our margarita. Reflect. And move on. So our bread is proofing outside because it was hot as Satan's taint out there, but well, now it's storming. So we'll see how that goes. All right, we got to move on. So we're going to make the filling to our chicken pot pie. So I have in here 3 tablespoons of grass-fed butter. How y'all like that? Okay. All right, so I want this to melt for me for just a little bit, okay? All right, so that was our 3 tablespoons of butter melted. So here, this is about 3 cloves of garlic I'm putting in here. I'm doing things a little bit different because we all know that we are going to melt the aromatics together because it's going to just do something to it. So I am spreading this butter and this garlic around in this pan to get them sauteing, to get them warm, to get those flavors and those aromatics out, okay? So that's all we're doing right now. So now we're going to add our onions. This is half of an onion, just a little white onion diced. All right, this is a half a cup of celery cut up. Okay. And I got lazy. I don't want no judgments. This is a half a cup of frozen peas and carrots. I cut up enough stuff. All right, so we're going to saute these until they go soft, okay? So give me about 3 to 4 minutes, guys. I'm just sauteing these until they get tender. Now, while I'm sauteing, understand our oven is preheated at 375 degrees. That's coming for later. All right, guys, so they're pretty sauteed how I want them, a little tender. They're not quite completely tender, but we're going to cook them more, okay? I got to turn this down a little bit. All right. Now, during the sauteing, I added salt and pepper to this because I can't have a vegetable sauteed without salt because it dehydrates it and brings out that flavor, and pepper's just for the taste. All right, so I have got about 12 ounces of chicken cut up. All right, so we're putting this right in here with our vegetables. All right, so what we want to do is we want to cook this until this chicken is completely cooked through, okay? We don't want raw chicken. Guys, to know if your chicken's completely cooked through, you can cut it and look at it, or you can put a thermometer in it. If it is at 165 degrees Fahrenheit, then your chicken is cooked, okay? So right now I'm just cooking some chicken. All right, so as I'm sauteing and cooking this chicken, no, we're not done, but I am adding salt and pepper to my chicken, okay? And I'm adding some garlic powder. Guys, this is to taste. This is how you want it. So you season it how you want to, okay? And I'm just going to mix all that around and I'm going to continue to saute, okay? Okay, so I have seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Here's some thyme. Thyme is on my side. All right, so I'm going to mix that around to get that thyme good and all in there, all coated with this chicken and all over the place. So, guys, listen, I'm going to tell you a little secret. This is also going to have to bake in the oven. So, is my chicken cooked 100% completely all the way through? No. Because I don't want to dehydrate my chicken. Okay? And I don't want it to be chewy and nasty. So, I haven't cooked it completely 100% all the way there. Only because it's going in the oven in a little bit, okay? So, here's what's going to happen. Got all that mixed in there. Perfect. I have got a half a cup of chicken stock. She going in there. All right. I have got 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. Right in there. I have got 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Pardon me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Would you have any Grey Poupon? But of course.
Moving on. All right, so this is also going right up in here. And just give everything a good mix around, okay? Now I'm going to tell you, this is going to cook and it's going to reduce and the sauce is going to thicken. Now is the time, once it starts to reduce and thicken and get to where you want it, is the time that you want to start tasting your sauce to make sure it's flavored to how you want it, okay? So we're going to bring this to a boil. And once that happens, I'm going to turn it down and let it simmer for about 5 or 7 minutes, and that sauce is going to begin to thicken, okay? Okay, so that was our 7-minute timer. Alan, I don't know if this is thick enough. Don't worry, because we're adding 3/4 of a cup of cheese. Now listen, as you saute this and you cook this chicken and you season it, and it's salty, the cheese is going to have salt. If it's too salty, which I don't know, we're going to find out in a minute, it might be, then you need to add something acidic. You can add some Worcestershire, you can add some balsamic vinegar, whatever. We finna find out, though, because I don't know. This might be a little bit too salty, but I'm going to let you know, because Alan won't lie to you. But this cheese is going to thicken this up, too, okay? You see how much that cheese thickened that sauce right on up? So see, we've got a fantastic chicken pot pie filling. Now we're still waiting on our dough to rise. We got about 10-15 minutes left on that. So I'm taking this off the stove, turning that on. Don't worry guys, because we're gonna have to bake this in a minute. So that's why I didn't go all the way through my chicken and all that stuff. So we're gonna see you in just a few minutes and I'll show you how to make this bowl, okay? Okay, so our timer went off for our dough. It didn't rise as much as I wanted it to because it had to come a thunderstorm and cool off the outside. That's fine because I will make this work. All right, so we are taking our little, they're so precious. All right, so I'm taking our little pot pie molds and I am spraying them with just olive oil spray because we don't want it to stick, okay? I'm making two because there's two of us, just the two of us. All right, so I'm letting that sink in. I'm taking my dough. All right, and I'm fitting to roll her out on the counter, and then I am going to make these the appropriate shape for these bowls. It's not really interesting to watch this, so we'll see in a minute. We're gonna drink. Hold on. Oh, that's strong. Oh my God, that's my fault. All right, this was tough. You're gonna spend some time. This was tough. Words were said. This was almost thrown. This was tough. Anyway, how do I know, Alan, if this is gonna fit? It's gonna fit. All right. Don't be afraid to use your own, what you're using to bake with as a measurement. So, all right. I know this is more than what I need, but that's fine. I want it to be more than what I need. Okay? Because I'm using the scraps later. Because I got to do another one of these. All right, so I'm putting that down in there to make sure it hits the bottom. Okay? All right, so that is our bottom formed. I'm going to get this because I'm going to need this. All right, so understand the chicken that I made for the chicken pot pies, this is for 4 portions. I just followed the recipe. So I'm going to put enough in here for this one. Alan, your dough's pulling. It sure is. Not a problem. Because I can make it work a little bit more. Perfect. Set this over here because I don't want it to burn my cutting board. Alright, so I'm going to form my dough a little bit more, guys. Really not much to see here. Just fixing some things. We'll see you in just a minute, okay? Okay, so I had to stretch it out a little bit more because I put some chicken in there. That's going to happen, guys. It's okay. Alright, so our other part. We're just going to drape her across here, okay? We want to make sure that this mold is being met here. So we want to make sure that there are holes in here, okay? It helps it cook all the way through. Just like any other pie, I'm going to make sure this is open. You want to be able to let that heat get in there and cook this all the way through, okay? Alright, so I'm letting this form to this mold. I'm going to put my finger through every little nook and cranny here. Okay? Alan, there's excess. Yes, there is. So, we're going to cut it. Because we need this excess. Okay, so sip that margarita. You're going to need this. Alright, so this is our chicken pot pie done. Now we need to put it in the oven that's been preheated at 375 degrees for 25 minutes, okay? Of course, I'm only showing you the pretty one because I messed up the second one. Don't you judge me, I'm human. In this oven, and you know I need me some help. Alexa, girl, set me a timer for 25 minutes.
25 minutes, starting now.
I love that respect. We're going to see you in about 25 minutes, guys. Okay, guys, that's our timer done. All right, so we're going to grab them out of the oven. Ooh, so hot. So hot, hot damn. All right, so I'm going to set this right here. All right, so each one of these chicken pot pies has 9 net carbs, about 850 calories. So understand, if you're trying to stay below that 2,000 calorie, that we can't have too many of this. We have to lower our calories throughout the day. Couple shout outs. Ashley Brown, girl, my home girl from Georgia. I just love you, your spirit, and who you are, girl. I love you. All right, my new TikTok friend, my bestie. Of course, I don't know her real name, and I don't need to. VZ Garden is her name on TikTok. So if you want to look her up, VZ, B-E-E-Z-Y, Garden, G-A-R-D-E-N. If you want to know about growing vegetables, anything horticulture, look this woman up. Not only do I love her videos, I love her spirit and her heart. Guys, we love y'all. I am Alan with 3 Margaritas in Keto Cooking with Alan. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Search us, love us, like us, subscribe, and share, and make your family share us too. We love y'all.